Welcome back to How to Souls. My name is Rach and today we're going to look at how to parry in Dark Souls 1. So first of all, the main thing to keep in mind with this game is that the parry window is really early compared to the other two games. Meaning that you almost want to hit your L2 motion as the enemy is thinking about hitting you. There's three types of shields in this game. There are the smaller bucklers, offering less in the way of defense, but have a much larger parry window, meaning it's much easier to hit the parry. Your normal sort of mid-range, like a kite shield, which has, good defense and they can parry also, with a slightly smaller window, obviously. And then you have like your tower shields, like your great shields, who have the highest defense, the highest stability, but they actually a lot of the time can't parry at all. So if you want to be the parry god, I recommend going with a buckler. You're not going to be using this for blocking unless you're like panicking, which is, I guess, quite common in this game. So you're going to use it just for parrying because it does have that larger window. Okay, so you see that there, like I parried as his attack was coming down. So a lot of these enemies, you'll get used to their attacks. They have a wind up and then just as they're about to hit you, you see that? It has a top point and just as it starts to come towards you, hit L2. You can parry most enemies your size, but some that are even larger than you if you're brave enough. If you're brave enough, you definitely can. So just as the attack is coming out of the wind-up, that's your window. If you want to take advantage of an enemy that's been staggered after a parry, press R1 or RB, the attack button, the light attack button, whatever controller you're using. Once again, this will only work as long as you're not blocking. I'm using a weapon with a high critical effect, the bandit's knife. So you can see about midway down the page, it has an extra critical effect. So if we compare it to this short sword, which is just 100, this bandit's knife has 147, which means it'll do bonus damage from riposte attacks and backstabs. So it's really good for a sneaky little thief that's learning to get good at backstabbing and with parrying. There's a number of reasons why I do recommend learning how to parry properly in this game. One of them is these guys. So these guys, you can wail on their shield all you want, but it takes quite a lot to get them to drop it. So a really effective way, other than kicking, you can kick the shield, but a really effective way is to parry their spear. It leaves them really open, and you can crit, and that's them gone. So once again, as with all attacks, right after the wind-up, just as it's coming over to you, that's when you hit your parry. You can even parry jumping attacks, which is always really satisfying. That's a good point. Another reason why it's really effective to learn how to parry is just that it looks so damn cool. Another good reason to learn how to parry is that sometimes you come up against enemies in a really enclosed space and blocking is just not a reasonable solution. So if you can grow some balls and learn to parry the likes of this guy, you will find your life a whole lot easier. I was sort of hoping he'd turn around and notice me by now. Sir? It is a little scary, but again, I recommend using the buckler because if you hack up just a little bit, it almost sort of like negates it by having that generous parry window. So thanks to my critical knife, this guy goes down in 3 parries, which again makes you feel like a bit of a god. Gives you that little false sense of security. Maybe I am good at this game. Yeah. Hey, let me know how you get on in the comments below. I've been Rach and this is How to Souls. Please do subscribe if you want to see more videos like this. It really helps me out. I'm gonna go Paddy Havel. Seeing a guy with a great big weapon. Me with my tiny little shield. Aw, yeah. I hope you enjoyed the video. I've got a couple others on screen now if you want to check them out. Maybe you'll like them too.